The internal strife and chaos within today's women is only going to get worse, and men need to be cognizant. Watch this.
Notice how you really don't see men crashing out making videos online about being single.
And unlike women who are quite literally begging to be left the fuck alone, men cannot handle it. They're throwing a little bit of a hissy fit.
Really, no one's socializing. What am I supposed to do? Chase a guy down the street that does not want to be bothered and ask him if he is single?
Marry me, I can move to your house, I can have nothing as long as you are nice to me because I am too lonely. I really want to get married.
I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't drink anything without feeling pain, true pain.
You guys do not understand. So I'm 25, right? I'm sitting here and I'm having to build a fucking roster. I'm having to sit here and go out and do things I don't want to do. I don't want a roster. I don't want to go out and date. I don't like this hookup culture. I don't like any of it. But I feel like I don't have a choice. Men, you guys just get to sit there and you guys can go wait until you're in your 30s, you're almost 40, and you can just go get with a girl that's in her fucking 20s and live a normal life. Girls don't have that luxury. I'm now sitting here at 25 having to figure out how the fuck to get back in these fucking streets so I can figure out. So 10 years down the line, I'm not sitting there single still with my daughter being an only child. Like, I want to have a family. I want to have kids. I want to be happy.
Stop. I want to go over some of these individuals one by one and just give a brief. Oh my goodness, her facial expressions are absolutely out of this world. I got a few words for her. Projection. Yeah, peak projection and gaslighting. Next one. Goodness gracious. As for her, Ephesians chapter 5 says for women to honor and to submit to their men. But when men have seen for almost 70, 80 years that they are less than women, that they are the scum of the earth, that they are literally bears are more preferable than men, I'm sorry, but women have by and large made it illegal for men to approach you, lest he lose his livelihood, gets falsely accused, gets a police called on him, gets harassment charges placed on him. Literally, you've basically made it illegal for men to actually approach you. So you got to start doing the approaching. Ephesians chapter 5 says, honor and submit to your husbands. If you want a husband, you're going to need to learn how to honor and submit, which is something that most women do not want to do because they lack the courage, regardless of all the female empowerment they've been given. Next up, this woman is actually a contrast to what I just said of the previous girl. She actually wants to honor and submit to a man. She actually wants to be Ephesians 5 type of woman, which I respect. But the question I have to ask is, how's your chastity? How's your virginity? How's your relationship with Christ? How is your morals, ethics, values, and principles prior to you coming into my life? Were you someone that valued only saving yourself for marriage, or were you allowing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 men inside of you, and now you want to settle down? So that's the thing I got to ask, and I can't read people's hearts. Only God can do that, but that's the question I would have to ask prior to meeting any individual that's coming with that type of energy. As for this individual right here, this is going to be the fate of tens of millions, possibly billions of women. I'm 36 right now. She's 37, because men and women are different. Like how this girl right here says a man can wait until his 30s, I'm 36, his 40s, and get a 20-year-old. Women do not have that type of time. Why? Because God made man and women differently. God absolutely made us differently for different roles, for different purposes. Women, your shelf life for having healthy children is very small. Very, very small. Your best years for having healthy, fertile children is from 18 to 25. She's at the very end of that age range. After that, her eggs start to go bye-bye. So she understands that she has very little time and she needs to act fast. She kind of reminds me of Rachel in Genesis chapter 30, verse 1, when Rachel says to her husband Jacob, give me children or I will die. She literally has the spirit of Rachel, the sense of urgency that more women need to have. Instead of putting off marriage and having children until later, like how she's experiencing. Oh, she says single. She is a single mom. It says right there, single mom feminist crashes out about dating. Wow, she did say she has a child. She's 25. She doesn't want to be 35 with her daughter being the only child. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I was going to say, if you were single and childless, maybe you have a better shot. But I'm sorry, this is probably going to be your fate. With you being a single mom, that's probably good. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but I just didn't realize the text. I'm mainly focusing on letting the Spirit speak through me. I'm not really focusing on too much of what's on the screen. But I didn't see you were a single mom because it's such small text as well. So you gotta give me the benefit of the doubt. But goodness gracious, this is the fate of a lot of modern Western women. I'm 37. Honestly, it's so hard being alone. Every night I wonder why men don't even notice me. Welcome to the life of a man. Or take the first step. Don't I deserve at least a little attention? Am I not attractive? Men are attracted to youth and fertility. I gotta give you the facts and speak the plain truth. Men are not attracted to older women. That is a fetishization called seeking a cougar. Some people are attracted to older women. I am not that. I am not a fetish type of man. I prefer 18 to 23. Sorry, 24 maybe. But after that, it's going to be a hard no for me. That's just how God hardwired men to seek fertile, attractive, young women. Not 37, when 95% of your eggs are gone and you're in advanced maternal pregnancy. Men do not want to give birth to Down syndrome children, trisomy 21 children. I'm sorry, sister, but Satan lied to a lot of these women, and he is rejoicing at their sorrow. And I hate to see it. I really do. This is terrible because now individuals like this right here that are just prideful in their nature, literally inciting division. And by the way, Galatians chapter 5 literally says, if you cause division or strife, you will not inherit the kingdom of God. I feel bad for a lot of these sisters, I really do, because a lot of them have been deceived, have been lied to, and unfortunately, they are living a cursed life because Satan wants them to live a cursed life. And so much so that millions of women, it's funny because the name of Eve, the first woman, is called life or life giver. But unfortunately today we see many, many women that want to be the antithesis of that, led by their deceiver Satan to now be death bringers. Instead of talking about getting married and having children, now what their main paradigm is, I want to murder my children in the womb. I want to support Lindsay Clancy, who murdered her children with exercise resistance bands, and then say, she's not a sinner. She didn't do any sin. She had mental illness. No, let's not say she's wrong. She didn't do anything wrong. Woe to those who believe that evil is good and good evil. Men see this and they want nothing to do with those who support and co-sign evil. And some women will say, not all women are like that, but the vast majority of women today are deceived by Satan, and men are not attracted to Satan. They want a righteous, honorable, godly woman who is chaste and someone who has morals, ethics, values, principles, and knows how to control their biology. But most women today are not that. And as a result, men are opting out. So that's the main takeaway point. God is the answer. Jesus Christ is the answer. Righteousness coming from God's wisdom is the answer. Satan is the enemy. Women are not the enemy. If anything, we need to be sympathetic and empathetic towards them because we are sinful too. We need to turn to Christ as men. We need to turn to righteousness as men. We need to lead a charge as men so that way these women can follow. Because this is going to get nasty and we need to prepare. We need to get our hearts right. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe. I thank you for the support and I hope you all have a blessed day. All glory to my great King.